Guys, today we're going to talk about the newest unit to the super crazy, ridiculous fast club in Summoner's War, Sekhmet the Fire Desert Queen. I always want to call her a Dairy Queen. She's not a Dairy Queen, she is a Desert Queen. So for those of you that already forgot about the balance patch, about Sekhmet being buffed in the balance patch, I mean, she didn't get a buff to her skills, she got a buff to, or change to her awakening effect. Half of you out there that have Sekhmet are like, oh, I totally forgot about it because my Sekhmet is in storage, not 6-starred, not awakened, not runed, not scaled up. I totally forgot I even had it. Well, you may want to remember? You may want to remember that you have Sekhmet because she got a change in the recent balance patch notes. The balance patch didn't actually come out yet. Sekhmet Fire Desert Queen, you guys can see my cursor, right? Increases accuracy by 25% for her awakening effect. Is now attack speed by 15. So let's take a look at what her current attack speed is. Oh my goodness, which one is this? I couldn't find the window, guys. I lost Sekhmet. So this is Sekhmet's base stats currently, or more notably her base speed, because the rest of the stats aren't changing. It's just, well, the accuracy is actually getting lower because that's her awakening. So the rest of the stats aren't changing, though. Aside from that, it's just her speed, 99, nothing really to write home about. So Sekhmet has always had two issues working against her. Number one, her speed being 99 is very hard to contest speed when your base speed is 99. Now, this doesn't really matter if you have her on, like, Violent Will. You're bringing her in RTA versus Tyrannus, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to keep resetting Tyrannus, and if I resist, I mean, you're probably going to outspeed Tyrannus with whatever you have, because Tyrannus is generally not built that fast. And then you have the second issue, which is the accuracy and resistance checks on skill 3. So if you do manage to actually outspeed, like, it's going to be hard for her to contest speed either way with a 99 base speed. But if you do wind up actually outspeeding and contesting speed in some fast, like when you're getting cleaved or whatever, Sekhmet could just get resisted. So the accuracy resistance check on skill 3, she may not even land it, which for when it is a speed battle, specifically a speed, like if you're going into Tyrannus, it's not really a speed battle, but when you're going in against like a speed cleave, number one, she's probably not gonna outspeed the things on the enemy team. Number two, if she gets resisted, well, you probably lost the game at that point, because you probably need, like, if she gets resisted, like she's trying to hit Lucian and she gets resisted, then you have an issue. So the accuracy resistance is not going to change, but the speed is going to be one less hurdle for her to have. Now, the last time, maybe not the last time, but one of the more notable times when there's been a massive change in the speed of a unit is Triton. Now, Triton was really not considered anything too special before. It's like, oh, he's like Tiana, but he can get resisted, and I'd rather just use Tiana and not have to worry about RNG. But then Triton got a super crazy speed buff, and Triton's all over the place on arena defense. Triton is also a lot of times a last pick, not a first pick, a terrible first pick in RTA, but a lot of times he is a last pick in RTA when you, like, this is a speed battle, I need to try to contest speed. Opponent's picking like a Dark Pioneer, or opponent's picking like a Bastard, or like whatever, making sure that they get turned on, like a Han or whatever. It's like, let me pick a Samath, let me pick an Ashir, let me pick a Triton. Those are some of the last pick situations to try to outspeed when it's like all about speed and they're like squishy units on the enemy team, but you got to make sure that you outspeed to control them, or make sure that you outspeed to cleave them. And Triton is a lot of times a last pick situation because his crazy base speed is hard to really get over. So Triton is definitely, when he got that extra speed in one of those balance patches, he definitely made himself meta that way. And that's just as, sometimes that's all it takes for something to be meta, is just like 15 extra speed, because Summoner's War is all about speed. It's all about, I mean, maybe less so all about speed only nowadays, because like there's more viable bruisers than there was before, just based on different passive skills and things like that. But Summoner's War most of the time is still about speed. You take turn 1, you still have an advantage. You are fast, you have an advantage. So this is the current base speed on Sekhmet, and keep in mind that this is 301 speed. It's not terrible, but it's not like, if you're trying to use this in RTA or high level arena or whatever, like, that's not actually gonna, you need to be faster than 301 speed in 2021. So this is going to be Sekhmet's stats with this same rune set after she is buffed. So now we're going to have, instead of 99 plus 202, which gives her 301, now we're going to have 114 plus roughly 206. The 206 gets higher because the Swift set is based on the percentage. So is actually going to be around 320. You can actually outspeed things with a 320 outspeed strip reset. You can actually do that. You can contest speed with a 320 speed Sekhmet. So I think that this unit is definitely, I mean, you still have the accuracy resistance check, but that's one less hurdle for her to have, is if she, with the same runes that were giving her 301 speed before, is now giving her 320. That's definitely meta in 2021. Now, if you're going for G3 RTA, those guys got like 330, 340. Like, they got some crazy, ridiculous speed. I'm like, go Bruiser, I guess. Hope that you summon a Kinky and get good RNG and resist everything all the time. Hope you summon a Ragdoll. Hope you summon all these things. Hope you get a triple revenge vertiheal and it makes sure that procs. So it's kind of that situation. Is like, there's so many super crazy fast, but even so, I mean, with this base speed 114, that definitely makes units meta. I did want to mention this on arena defense, because also if we think about 114 base speed, like, maybe she's going to be good for arena defense. Can we rely on her to use her skill 3? One of the things is, like, there's not a lot of these strippers that you see, these really nasty strippers on arena defense. You can't rely on a lot of them to actually do their skill 3s. I did a video on that a year ago, something like that. But this is, I did a test to see how often she was actually going to use her skill 3. So she used her skill 3 54% of the time, and then she didn't use her skill 3 46% of the time. So not super reliable, but again, there's a lot of stuff that's not super reliable. Let's reference the video that I did a while ago. This was from 2019, so over 2 years ago. Talking about who's the best stripper for arena defense. Now, this is Chiwoo's AI. So skill 3 strip is 57%, so he's kind of as reliable here. Like, really? I thought it was better than that. No, not really. So he's reliable 57% of the time. Let's see. I actually don't know if they've changed their AI to use skills differently since then, because things have gotten balanced in the meantime. Do we have... I want to say... No, that's other stuff. So do we have Praha? So this is Praha's AI. She uses skill 2 62% of the time. Then we have, who else? We have Triton. So Triton actually used skill 3 46% of the time. I'm not sure why there's such a large variation in some of these, but yeah. Because I feel like the AI should be doing like skill 3 consistently. Like, if it's a skill 3 strip, it should be, they all should do it X amount of time. The nice thing about Clara is why you see a lot of Claras on defense is because she, with her AI, if she has full HP, she will just keep doing skill 3. So that's one of the, it's kind of like AI manipulation, is like, you know that she's going to do that with skill 3. You don't have to worry too much. So Tiana's actually a pretty reliable 73%, but she's got a low speed, right? So Tiana has the same issue as Sekhmet, and Baz and things like that, is her low speed. I think that's the last, yeah, that's the last one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So I just wanted to mention that if you're thinking about, like, oh, maybe I'll put Sekhmet on arena defense, and then she'll reset the Tiana, she'll reset the Triton, she'll reset the, like, whatever wind units, the Lucian, etc., on the enemy's offense. Because that used to be a thing. People were running Tian Lang and Sekhmet on their defenses. A few people got Legend, like 4 years ago or something like that, 3-4 years ago. But yeah, it's not going to be reliable. Like I said earlier, it's not going to be reliable for her to do that. I did the math, so there you go. 45 minutes and 7,000 dislikes later, we get to actually see some battles. Well, hypothetical battles, because she's still not quite buffed yet. She's still only 99 base speed. So pretend this Tiana, because we have to go against Tiana, because we can't go against Tritons, we can't go against Claras, we can't go against things like that. So pretend the Tiana is like a Triton or a Clara situation, because we're never going to be able to outspeed those with this current speed of 301. 301 really is not anything special anymore in Summoner's War, unfortunately. You got to be 320, 330. You got to be super fast. So anyway, we're going to take it in against this. We're going to reset. We're just using these. We're using the Samoth. You can use a Garrow if you would like. We'll do one of them. Watch, we don't even reset. We don't even have anything to worry about. There we go. Perfect. We'll do one of these. Right? And then she can't strip anything, right? So we don't have to worry about the Rika. We don't have to worry about the Savannah. Well, I mean, if we took another water, Savannah could have stripped on Galleon and then pushed back the Galleon attack gauge with her skill 3. Like, if she did skill 2 and then skill 3. That would have been an issue. That would have been an issue, because then we would not have been able to. And then we'll just do one of these. It doesn't need to be a fire mat Daemon necessarily. Doesn't need to be the fire demon necessarily. We just got him, and also he's a damage dealer unit. He's speed 2 with the current team, and he does damage. He was a decent element. I didn't want to have to worry about a water unit getting sniped by Savannah or whatever. But hypothetical situation, because we could be able to do that with a Clara or a Triton or faster things in the future. And also, I mean, they didn't have will runes, so it's a little bit easier, but now we're going to try hitting a Clara team. The keyword being try, because she's still 4 speed advantage. So if they have the same runes as we have, they will win because they will outspeed. This is not going to be the situation in a week from now. So a week from now, we might actually be able to use a Camry as the speed lead and still outspeed them. Because 15 speed is still a big... 15 speed, and that's before the difference in runes. I showed you guys the runes. So let's take this in against this. I don't know if we're going to outspeed. The odds are stacked in their favor, though. So let's see. And the odds definitely... Okay, so let's do one of these. Maybe we get lucky, we can come back from this. But this is exactly why 15 speed is a big difference. So 15 speed, we would have been able to win. but we got absolutely demolished. So we cannot take this into teams like this just yet. 15 speed is the difference between winning and losing. You guys know that. I don't have to tell you. But this is exactly what I was afraid would happen. Guys, I may have found a Clara team we can actually hit so we can see what it looks like against the Clara team, because it's just a speed lead, 24 speed lead, right? So we actually have an advantage over this. Watch, she still has speeds. And then I cry, right? So, that's what we're hoping to be able... Oh, crap. That's what we're hoping to be able to do. She did still strip that. I forgot she was going to do that. Oh my god, please don't proc, please don't proc, please don't proc. Okay. Let's do one of these. And let's see if we can actually win this. So that's what we're hoping to do. That's what we're hoping to do with some moth leads in a couple of days from now, in like a week from now, right? So the only reason we were actually able to do that is because they had the CR lead. They didn't have a 33 lead. But yeah, if they had a 33 lead, we would have got demolished. We had 24. So that's not going to be the case, though. In a week, Sekhmet's going to have a 15 base speed buff. And we're going to be able to hit more of these teams. We saw some examples of Swift Sekhmet in Arena. Let's take a look at where potentially Swift Sekhmet could be used in RTA. So we see the Samoth 33 lead coming out. You see the Triton coming out to try to contest speed. You see the 24 lead plus the Ashir coming out. That is a Swift Ganymede. So the Swift Ganymede in the same place that you could see the Swift Ganymede coming in for the reset, you could see Swift Sekhmet. And Sekhmet's actually going to be 1 speed faster than Ganymede. And she's got a strip reset, not just the reset. So this is definitely a place where you could see Swiftmet. You could see Swiftmet being used in the future here, guys. Can we just call her Swiftmet from now on? That would be lovely. So, I mean, they still had some issues with the, they're still gonna have some issues with the Neptus and the Han and things like that. But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. The outspeed, they do a lot of damage, and let's see if they actually kill with this. They do not kill with this. But anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys I'm sorry I talk so long all the time. But I just wanted to give you some ideas of how Swift Sekhmet could actually make its way into the meta. But we'll see. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm out of my mind. I don't know if that many people are going to use Swift Sekhmet for arena offense. I just think it's a viable, potentially a viable option. But I guess we'll see more when she actually gets a buff to be 114 base speed. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you as always in the next one.